Hello comrades, we're gonna talk about texture baking in Vray today. There are some problems which I faced when trying to do this, and now I'm gonna show you how to overcome all of them. Please excuse me for the bad sound. I have some problems with my webcam and sound recording. Let's assume that we do have a nice model, that we have the light set up, we have made some preview and we are satisfied with the light. Everything seems to be ready to bake the light. I tried to make my model a solid model for texture baking. As you see, it's one object, but that is not a critical point. You may create any intersections as you like. There are four basic steps for texture baking. Here you can see it's mapping generation, it's a render setup for texture baking itself, it's a Vray frame buffer setup. Rendering itself is the third step. Rendering should be to Vrim format, and then Vrim to EXR conversion. Okay, let's do the first step. It's mapping generation for our model for texture baking. You should apply unwrap UVV modifier, then go to select all your faces. I already have created mapping, but I'll show you how to do this. You should go to mapping and flatten mapping. Okay, what to modify in this dialog? I found that the bigger your baked texture would be, the smaller this value must be. For my model, and I used a 4K texture, and I used this value as far as I remember, or maybe this value. If my texture would be 1K, I would definitely leave the default value. Press OK to generate your mapping. I'll press cancel because I already have it. Okay. When creating a mapping for your model, you should remember that you can use a map channel different from one, but I use the first map channel. Mapping generation itself can last for 30 minutes or 1 minute. Okay, let's assume that we have finished with this, and let's go to render setup. It's a Vray and render to texture dialog. Let's set up render to texture dialog. You should select your model. Its name will appear in object to bake window. Then choose use existing channel, channel number 1 in my case. Then you should select the size for your texture. Of course, you can make some test using 1K texture. Then select the name for texture and pass it to it. Also, I will choose output into source and render to files only. Speaking about Vray setup, please notice then if you use light cache as secondary bounds, you should use world scale units. Interesting, but I used screen units once for texture baking, and it also works fine. Everything seems to be ready to press render and to bake the texture. But there are two bugs in 3D Studio Max. No matter what version of 3D Studio Max, I use a number 8 version, but the same problem is in 2010 version and 2014 version. If you press a render button, you would see a frame buffer with a rendering progress. But after render has finished, you would see that something is wrong with your files. They are too small and they are purely black. You may think that this is not a big problem because you can save your baked texture directly from frame buffer. But there is a second problem, a real problem, that you cannot save your texture in float point format. I cannot live with this problem, and the only way to overcome this problem is to use Vray frame buffer. Vray frame buffer allows you to save the texture in a ring format. So set up a Vray frame buffer as I did. Check this, render to Vray raw image file, generate preview, and choose the name for your file. Now everything is ready to render. Press render. You would see two frame buffer. One is native for 3D Studio Max, and the second is Vray frame buffer. The rendering time for my model was about 4 hours. After the render was finished, the Vray frame buffer disappeared immediately. Don't worry, the ring file is saved. The final step is to convert the ring file to OpenEXR file. You should open ring to OpenEXR converter and type ring to EXR. Paste. And press enter. You would get a perfect OpenEXR file, which then you can convert to another such as PNG or any other. Having float point OpenEXR file allows you to avoid overbrights on your texture and give you a big freedom in color correction of your texture. Okay, here is my final already converted to PNG texture for my model. And here is my model with this texture applied to a model. It has some different materials. There are some self-illuminated materials for windows. Also, they are not baked in this texture, it's another texture, of course. Okay, that's all. I hope you enjoy my lesson. Bye bye and welcome to my site.